The drumbeats of war are getting louder. Things may be calm in Ukraine right now, but the country is surrounded by troops in military exercises. American troops are settling into Poland. Their Humvees and weapons have arrived. The NATO is looking to make it permanent. NATO Secretary General says the alliance is considering long-term deployments. In other words, this means more NATO presence in Eastern Europe.
We are considering more longer-term adjustment to our posture, our presence in eastern part of the alliance. No final decision has been made on that, but there is a process now going on within NATO, also of course in close consultation with our military commanders, to adjust our presence in the eastern part of the alliance.
As NATO expands its presence in the region, Moscow too is deploying more and more troops. Russian troops are piling into Belarus. The military drills are underway in full swing. Aerial maneuvers, sea drills, ground exercises. 6 Russian warships are heading to the Black Sea for naval drills. Russia calls this a pre-planned movement of military resources. But it looks like neither side is backing down. NATO jets are flying over the Ionian Sea. Russian nuclear bombers are flying over Belarus, even as world leaders shuttle between capitals, pushing for diplomacy. The threat of the conflict looms large over Ukraine. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news.
I'm going to open up with the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord have made all things for himself, ye, even the wicked, for the day of evil. I'm going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Okay? I'm going to continue with the book of Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1, and it reads, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So the kings are the leaders of countries now. Okay? Russia, America, Europe, Australia, all those presidents are ambassadors, are prime ministers, Australia, etc. Okay? The Philippines, you name it. All right? China, Japan. All right? And I'll keep reading. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it wheresoever he will. So the Lord is doing this, whether people can receive that or not, because most can't. Okay? Because a man's goings is of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? I'll keep reading. Every way of man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. Your heart in biblical is your mind. Okay? All right? So the wicked, okay? The wicked, the Lord have made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. So that the wicked, because people do wickedly, but the wicked, those are the Edomites. Okay? You name it. Russia, Europe, the so-called Caucasian man. How about that? I'll simplify it. I said so-called Caucasian man because Esau is Edom. Okay? Which are the Edomites. And their head tribe is Amalek, which are those small hats in Israel right now, because those not the original people of the Lord. They do not fit prophecy. Go to Deuteronomy and read the blessing and also the curses. Okay? Because we supposed to be at the bottom, those which we are the true Hebrew Israelites, but they're at the top. They own a lot of things, from music, medias, news, okay, basketball teams, football teams, you name it. They're in your governments throughout nations. That's Amalek. Okay? But let's not get off topic, because she said what? The sound of what? Drums of war. She mentioned it. I don't know can't remember exactly how she said it. But let's go to the book of Jeremiah and let's see what the Lord say. Not what I say. Let's read the book of the Most High Almighty. And I'll continue right here in the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 22. And it reads, a sound, because she said the sound of war, I think she said, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut as under and broken? That hammer is the might of who? Esau, Edom. Okay, that hammer is America, because they're the head of the earth right now. They're the ones that have gone all over, okay, and have over 800 military bases all over the earth, and have destroyed many nations and peoples. Okay, and heap it unto them all nations and all people. That's in the book of Habakkuk. Okay, you can reference chapter 2, I think, in verse 4 and 5. All right, okay, and I'll continue. How is Babylon, which Babylon means what? Babylon means confusion. Become a desolation among the nations. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, because they do everything contrary to the Bible. Now, they'll hold the Bible up in their inauguration, but they contend with the Bible. You got your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, your alphabet groups. That's a sign right there. Okay? You got redlining in neighborhoods. That's another sign. Go look that up. Okay? And so of many multitudes of sin in that land, and they have injected that all over the earth. Okay, witchcraft, sorcery, idolatry, adultery, okay, backbiting, hypocrites, okay, hypocrisy, okay, backsliding, okay, putting the Lord's people at the bottom, usury, calling them bywords, okay, all right, that's striving against the Lord. And I'll continue. The Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. What are those weapons? Those are those nuclear bombs that Putin is talking about. Also America and these surrounding countries. I'll continue. For this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldees. Those are their so-called wise men, Chaldees. Okay? And also Teman, they're Germans. All right? I'll continue. Come against her from the uttermost border. Open her storehouses. Cast her up as harps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Okay? Let's go to the book of Isaiah 54 and 16. The book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 16. Give me a minute here. I'm using my Bible here with my book. See my book right here? Here we go. Right there. Okay, Salakia, excuse me. Okay, 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. What's that smith? Those are the T-men. Okay, He's created the smith, those wise men, okay? And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. That's that work, that instrument, that indignation, okay? Those nuclear weapons. And have created the waster to destroy. I'll continue. No weapons that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rise up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and his righteousness is of me, said the Lord. Okay, so who are the servants of the Most High, Yahweh? Let's go to the book of Isaiah 41. Let's find out. 41. Okay. Let's see. The book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. So who is his servant? Israel, Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are the Lord's servant. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 42 and 1. Behold, my servant, whom I uphold, my elect, in whom my soul delighted. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. Okay, those Gentiles also are, that can be a double-edged sword, because those Gentiles first are talking about the Israelite foreigners that do not know themselves to be Israel, because we're scattered. Okay, and we bring in judgment on the Gentiles, the other nations. Okay, and letting them know that the indignation of the Lord is upon them. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, skip over to 43. Let's continue. Verse 1, 43 and 1. But now, thus said the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel. Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, Israel, because Jacob was turned into Israel. Thou art mine. Okay, so let's end it off with the book of John. Okay, chapter 1 and 3, and it reads, all things were made by him. All things. Okay, even the king's heart. Right, because the wicked, referencing to Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, but they have a set time. Okay, but let's not get off topic. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and life was the light of men. So that light, okay, that light now is shining bright, okay, on the men of the Lord. And also the 1/3 hope for elect. The light shineth in darkness, because that darkness is who you look up on the screen right now, NATO and the surrounding nations. They're in darkness, okay, and darkness comprehended not. So they don't get it. They think that they're doing this. But remember, Proverbs 21, 1 and 2. Okay? The Lord, wherever the rivers flow, that's how he does the minds of paraphrasing of men. Okay? So I'm going to end it there. And I want to give double honors to our elders, the brothers that's been in this truth for over 35 years. Okay? Apostles. Okay? Teachers. All right. Double honors to those brothers for all the work and the road that they travel on. And we need to humble ourselves when we speak in their behalf. We really do. Okay. Because we've all been misled. Okay. So I'm also give respect to the like-minded brothers that's out there teaching with truth and sincerity, risking their freedom and lives to do so. Okay. And Also respect to the women and the children that's out there listening and the awakening for Israel. And hey, this thing is coming. This is coming. Okay, World War III. That woe, right? Let's see if I can. I was gonna end it. I can't help it. Let's go to Revelations. I think 11 and 14. I want. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. Shalom.